I was one of those kids when I was younger where when me and my brother, it was just me and him home. Parents weren't home. My mum would leave the house and say, make sure you look after your brother while we're gone, as me being the oldest. And I'd be like, okay, don't worry. And then before you know it, next thing I know, I'm picking him up on my shoulder, slamming him down, giving him the DDT, going up on the couch. Jeff Hardy music starts playing. All of a sudden, I do a front flip, swanton bomb onto him, pin him for 3, and I win WWE Championship of our household. When I was growing up, man, me and my brother used to fucking love the shit out of WWE. We grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era from 2002 to 2008. That would probably have to be arguably the second best era of the WWE and WWF. Attitude Era is probably number 1, but you could swap them over if you really wanted to. I'd say that the Attitude Era would probably have to take the reign with Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, you know, being like front and center during the Attitude Era. But Ruthless Aggression Era would 100% have to be the second best era during the WWE. When all this stuff came out today about, you know, Vince McMahon, I was extremely fucking disgusted. And it's the reason why I wanted to talk about it, because like I said, when growing up, I was a massive WWE fan. And then, you know, during the 2010s, I didn't like pay attention to it, you know, as I was a teenager. I didn't really give a shit about it anymore. But now I like to, you know, I like to pay attention to what's kind of going on. I see it a lot on my Twitter or my TikTok. And Rhea Ripley, if you're watching this, please be my future wife. I know you have a fiance, but just at least step on me. That's all I ask. So a whole load of accusations. Well, not really. It's not just accusations. A lawsuit is being placed now on Vince McMahon, and the stuff that's involved in this lawsuit is pretty fucking disgusting. So originally I saw this tweet from Bleacher Report right here, and it says Vince McMahon was accused of sexual assault and sex trafficking in a lawsuit that was filed on Thursday. So that would have to be today. It's Friday here in Australia, but obviously when this got uploaded onto Twitter, it was Thursday in the US. Former WWE staffer Janelle Grant alleges that McMahon made her create personalized sexual content for a WWE superstar he wanted to re-sign, reportedly to be Brock Lesnar, by the Wall Street Journal. And then I saw this tweet, which just elaborated it on it even fucking more and makes it sound even more disgusting. So this was posted by WrestleOps. So more on the new sex trafficking lawsuit via the Wall Street Journal. Janelle Grant's lawsuit alleged that she met Vince McMahon in March 2019 and was looking for a job after her parents had died. McMahon recruited people to have sex with Grant as well, including WWE's former head of talent relations, John Laurinaitis, fuck that name, bro, who is named as a defendant in the suit. The suit states that in May 2020 encounter, McMahon defecated on her head during a threesome. McMahon allegedly forcefully used sex toys on her, including dildos he named after WWE wrestlers, causing her bruising and bleeding. The suit cited a July 2020 text that said others at WWE wanted to have sex with her after seeing photos on McMahon's phone, and the group laughed when he told them she may scream and try to say no, although it may be difficult to say anything with a peen down her throat. This shit is fucking vile. Like, when I initially heard this, like I said, I was just like, man, this is real fucked up. And then once I started hearing more information come out about it, I'm like, it's some vile and disgusting behavior by this man. And I'm going to read some text messages that are actually sent from McMahon. So these are some official screenshots that was sent from McMahon to Janelle, and she has screenshotted them, and they are now public to see. And the shit that's read in these texts, I'm just going to say right now, they are some of the, like, most mind-blowing, disgusting, vile shit I have ever seen. I don't know how someone would ever text something like this. So this is from the lawsuit. So it says 142. After the threesomes began, McMahon became more sadistic and his fantasies focused on control, such as choking, sensory deprivation, pain, humiliation, and group sensories in which Miss Grant was to be physically overwhelmed and subservient. And then the text message goes to read on. Ari, your last pick, you need your panties ripped off and 3 big black peens in all 3 holes at the same time. Weigh up your vaginal and weigh up your booty. as far as they will go, but even further, and the thickest peen goes down your throat, so it makes you gag and convulse. As those 3 big black peens pound away, it feels like from the start you're being assaulted, but it's made you ejaculate non-stop. Just one continuous constant orgasm, as just before you pass out, those 3 black peens squirt their loads of ejaculation inside you. As you lay on your stomach, the ejaculation is coming out of all your holes. I'll turn you over and jack off all over you. I am at loss for words of the shit that I read. Like, I read it earlier before I started this video, and I was actually like fucking taken back of the shit that is written. And do you think that that's it? There's more. There's fucking more. It's this one. I don't know which one's fucking worse, because to me they're both fucking disgusting and both just absolutely vile. I don't know how. And this just remember this as well. Vince McMahon is 78 years old at this point of time. 78 years of age. That is oh my god. So this one right here, it's another one from thing. So 147. Around this time, McMahon openly shared explicit photographs and salacious stories about Miss Grant with WWE crew at TV tapings and group McMahon also referred to as her fan club. Indeed, McMahon exuberantly messaged her a truthful story of having just shared explicit content of her with a group of 12 men on the WWE tech crew and recounted the obscene details he shared with them. I just passed my phone around to a bunch of guys on the tech crew. They were screaming, "Oh my OMG, she is fucking beautiful. Look at that ass. I'd like to get that." I paused to count out loud how many guys there were. 12. I then said, "Okay, there's 12 of you, and she would love to F each and every one of you at one time." The guys cheered, but she will only do it if she takes 3 at the time. That brought a huge reaction. She wants 1 deep in her booty, 1 way up her throat, and 1 in her vaginal, and you can pound her and keep on pounding her till you pop your load. She may scream and try to say no, although it would be difficult to say anything with a peen down her throat. They laughed, and then I said, "Listen, no matter what, just pound away till you squirt." What the fuck, bro? This is so... Baby, these guys were having a blast with me. Some of them didn't believe me, so I said, "You were the greatest F in the world, and no matter how much you get, you always wanted more." And then I said, "She loves ejaculation." Baby, these techs, as we call them, were having the time of their lives listening to my truthful story. I then said you would take a 10-minute break between each effing, but then you would get back on your hands and knees with your ass in the air and say, "Okay, I'm ready. Who's next?" Lol, I drove them wild, baby. Or should I say you drove them wild? Just imagine if this really happened, baby, how much ejaculation you would have coming out of all your holes. This man should be taken away, put into a jail cell, and the key should be thrown away. The man should not be allowed to be anywhere near a phone, anywhere near any type of woman ever again in his fucking life. The one thing that baffles me is that this man's been married since 1966. He's been married to the same woman, Linda McMahon, since 1966. And it doesn't surprise me at all. He's a filthy, rich, disgusting man. Like, I'm not big on the whole entire... I just smashed my hand on my desk by accident. I'm not big on the whole entire, like, the stereotypical white rich man who does what he wants and, thing. But he literally fits that stereotype. He feeds into that fucking stereotype where people are just like, these rich white men just go around sexually assaulting women and just doing whatever they want because they have so much money. He fits right into that fucking stereotype. If you want to have a stereotype for the whole, woke agenda of, rich white men, he fits that fucking perfectly. But are we even surprised by stuff like this? Vince McMahon has been running the WWE for many fucking years. How long has it? He's been head of the WWE. So it was his father, I'm pretty sure it was his dad, who originally created the WWE back in where is it? In 1953, so 71 years ago. It was founded in 1953 by Jesse McMahon or Vincent J. McMahon. It doesn't. For some reason, it says that there's possibly two of them who are the ones who like officially founded them. It was probably both them or one of them. And he inherited that from his father, and then he became filthy fucking rich over the WWE. Like, this man is a bona fide fucking billionaire, one of the most wealthiest men probably ever to walk the face of this earth. But he has been running WWE for, like I said, a very, very, very fucking long time. And this isn't the first time that he has been accused of any type of sexual harassment. The first time that there was sexual misconduct against Vince McMahon was all the way back in 1992, where Rhea Shatterton, I probably fucked that up. I'm so bad at names. A former referee noted for her stint as Rita Marie in the WWF in the 1980s and for being the first female referee in the WWF, made an appearance on Geraldo Rivera's show Now It Can Be Told. She claimed that on July 16th, 1986, McMahon tried to force her to perform oral sex on him in his limousine. When she refused, he sexually assaulted her. So this shit like this of him sexually assaulting people dates all the way back to 1992. There's multiple instances. There's also another instance where he sexually harassed a worker of a tanning bar all the way back in 2006. And not just sexual assault, but there's also been many claims over the last few years that Vince McMahon is a very, like, extremely racist man. And there was a lot of, like, instances in the script writing, because if you don't already know, spoiler alert, the WWE is fake. I know, guys. I know the WWE is fake. It's hard to believe. When I was young, man, when I was growing up, I thought the WWE was real as well. I know if you're watching this and it's the first time you're finding out, I know it's hard. It was hard for me when I found that out. But apparently, a lot of the scripts that were written were heavily, like, demoralizing against people of different color. And it's been proven. There was a lawsuit out against Vince McMahon for racism. So, is anyone really surprised by this? I mean, to me, I'm still shocked and still disgusted by reading some of those text messages and hearing about the shit that he did to this woman. Like, it's absolutely fucking mind-blowing. And I'm still disgusted of the things that he got away with for this amount of time. Because, like I said, this was like almost 4 years. This was gone back almost 3.5 years ago. And the fact that he was, you know, a man in this kind of power with that much money thinks that he can just do whatever the fuck he wants to a woman like that. Just because, you know, when she was in dire need of a job, her parents had just died. She needed a job. She reached out to Vince McMahon. And what does he do? He sexually assaults her. That's absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, this woman was at probably like the worst time of her life, struggling deeply, trying to find a standing in her life, needed a job dearly, reached out to Vince McMahon. He gave her a job and then fucking sexually assaulted her. I feel so bad for this woman. I hope that she wins this case, which I'm guessing that she will, because the evidence is not looking good against Vince McMahon whatsoever. He is still currently the chairman of the board in the WWE. I expect that when it comes to like this, he's the executive chairman of the WWE, and also TKO, which is like the promotion side of the WWE. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not 100% sure of like exactly how TKO like relates to the WWE, but it's like another one of their brands. So he's the executive chairman. I would hope that after this has all come out in the next few days, that he stands down as the executive chairman of the WWE, and he never ever has anything to do with the WWE ever again. Ever again, whatsoever. Just give it all to Triple H. I know Triple H has been really good as like the content officer, head of creative. Like, you know, ever since Triple H has taken over, things have like gotten much better in the WWE, because apparently with Vince McMahon like being head of like all the content and all that stuff, it kind of started to go really badly downhill. So it's good to see that Triple H took over and things are going better. I hope that Triple H isn't someone who's also done stuff like this. You know, the fact that he's, you know, married to Vince McMahon's daughter as well. Hopefully he's not doing any disgusting, vile shit like Vince McMahon is. But like I said, I'm not surprised that he has done shit like this. I'm still disgusted and still find these text messages absolutely fucking vile. But I'm not surprised by any of this, because shit, like I said, shit like from him has been going on since 1992. He first got accused in 1992, and he was let go then. And he has so much money now that it wouldn't surprise me is even if he gets convicted to be guilty of these charges, that fuck all will happen to him. Because he's rich. And, you know, just people with this amount of power, they get away with anything. It's obvious. Of course they do. People with this much power can do whatever the fuck they want in this world. It's true. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. I'd really like to hear your opinion. That's it from me. Peace out.